That's right, Potty. It is Christmas. And there ain't nothing better in the 7 seas than a Bikini Bottom Christmas.
But the best part is, you can write a letter to this guy, Santa Claus, and tell him what you want, and when he comes, he brings it to you.
I'm not writing a letter to a figment of your imagination.
Okay, everybody, we've got a lot to do now that we've summoned Santa Claus. We must ready ourselves for his arrival.
This is the greatest gift I have ever gotten. I feel like a big jerk.
Thank you for bringing Christmas to Bikini Bottom.
I didn't bring Christmas to Bikini Bottom, SpongeBob. You did.
The spirit of SpongeBob is truly embodied in his Christmas specials, specifically the first one, from all the way back to the dawn of this millennium.
Here's to another lousy millennium.
While SpongeBob later came out with another stop-motion Christmas special, which is also awesome, the true good SpongeBob Christmas special was simply called Christmas Who. This absolutely nostalgic gem centers around SpongeBob coming to understand what Christmas is actually all about, and trying to bring it to the world of Bikini Bottom. From the very start of it, we can see this is a very different episode. The theme song is different, with different visuals, a new choir singing the theme song with a sleigh bells vibe to it all. This is also the very first appearance of Patchy the Pirate, a personal favorite, and his parrot Potty. This was done as a way to add some runtime to the special, but immediately caught on, and Patchy became a recurring character throughout the show. He's the president of the SpongeBob fan club, and he gives us some funny gags before we can get to the main story. I did enjoy the prop master falling down. Little gags like that make Patchy worth the screen time. We cut to SpongeBob as Sandy introduces him to the wonders of Christmas. This acts as a really cute origin story of this holiday in Bikini Bottom, and I'm glad we have characters like Sandy to make this plot work the way it does. SpongeBob's innocence while learning is just classic SpongeBob. The music in this episode is also lovely, and totally gets you in the mood for this warm sort of story. Dude, I'll tell ya, I used to watch this episode cuddled up in some monstrous blanket on the couch with a bowl of cereal in the morning, just watching this beautiful episode, chilling. Don't we miss our childhoods? My favorite thing about this episode, though, is the characterization. Every character fits the pre-movie era mold, and it makes these dynamics almost perfect in the classic SpongeBob character dichotomy. I've talked about this before in other videos, but this is especially true of SpongeBob and Squidward. As SpongeBob tries to get all the Bikini Bottomites on board with writing letters to Santa and showing them the Christmas spirit, Squidward starts off by being completely stubborn and opposes the idea altogether. His brash maturity and cynicism clashes with SpongeBob's innocence and childlike imagination. This is one of the core building blocks that made pre-movie SpongeBob successful, and you see it in dozens of episodes like this one. Slowly, as the episode progresses, Squidward develops to use his imagination, and SpongeBob matures as a character, although a lot more of the former is focused on because Squidward acts as the tipping point that proves whether or not our characters have developed. We saw this, for example, in Squidville, as Squidward gawks at the fact that SpongeBob using a reflower can be considered fun, and along his journey of moving away and living with other bland, lifeless squids, he learns to have fun and uses his imagination. Same with Dying for Pie, Idiot Box, Bankeeks, almost all the best episodes you can think of. And this episode starts off with the same format, but this plot is actually too perfect for the story because believing in Santa is exactly the kind of thing that Squidward would consider ridiculous, until SpongeBob's Christmas spirit turns Squidward into an awe-inspired believer. Squidward initially denies SpongeBob's childlike wonders.
My wish is that the people of Bikini Bottom will stop paying any attention to the inane dribble that is constantly streaming out of this dunderhead's mouth.
Gee, Squidward, maybe Santa will bring me a dictionary so I can understand what you just said.
And we even get an awesome song displaying SpongeBob's naive joy and Squidward's adamant skepticism. The song itself is hilarious, and we get some great storyboarding, fantastic lyrics, a catchy melody, and the greatest Mr. Krabs cameo ever. The funniest part is that the notes were so high that the Ben 10 alien dude, D. Bradley Baker, replaced Clancy Brown to sing them.
Come on, Squid. All you have to do is write a letter. What have you got to lose?
My self-respect, my sanity, my lunch.
I'm totally using that line from now on. Squidward is still stubborn about the Christmas spirit, and Bikini Bottomites surround his house all night and sing carols. I'm totally glad the Bikini Bottomites were included in this episode, as they get some pretty funny lines.
Thanks for the lies, Mr. Fairy Tale. Let's go waste our time somewhere else.
These guys are almost as much NPCs as literally every person I've ever talked to. In the morning, the scales tip to Squidward's favor as we see how bleak and sad its reality actually is. SpongeBob may have been naive, but the alternative is a depressing world with sad music playing, with Squidward being the only one who feels happy. His sarcastic banter with SpongeBob is pretty funny, although also makes me feel bad for Sponge, as SpongeBob loses his spirit in Santa. He gives Squid a handmade clarinet as a gift, and the ass metaphor perfectly personifies Squidward Squidward's jerky attitude, and how he realizes what he needs to do. This tipping point of both their morals is what I'm talking about. It's such beautiful storytelling, and their dichotomy as they bounce off each other is just so classic SpongeBob. And so, Squidward pretends to be Santa. It's actually pretty funny to see him interact with SpongeBob until he has to give everyone in Bikini Bottom a gift, and gives away literally all of his stuff just so SpongeBob feels happy.
I didn't bring Christmas to Bikini Bottom, SpongeBob. You did.
And that's what it's all about, isn't it? The episode ends with Santa laughing maniacally as he tells Squidward he's been a really good boy this year. I mean, what else is there left in the show? We've seen a grown man dressed in a pirate costume, we've seen Squidward dressed as Santa yelling,
Hello? Who is it?
Up here, you dunce!
and now we see Santa Claus flying in the sky laughing maniacally. Truly a masterpiece, wouldn't you say? And that was the very first SpongeBob Christmas special. I just have such a deep connection and feeling of nostalgia for this episode, because it embodies the Christmas spirit so effectively, and I never see it get enough love for how good it truly is. Well, what do you think of this episode? Let me know any experiences you have with this episode or what you think of it in the comments down below, and be sure to subscribe to support me. Until that said, shalom everybody.